Recording live from the Northeast Georgia Business RadioX studio, this is Northeast Georgia Business Radio. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to Northeast Georgia Business Radio. I'm your host, Tom Sheldon, and yes, we are coming from the beautiful Empower College and Career Center of Jackson County, the beautiful Empower College and Career Center. I have with me a really cool guest today. He's got a little bit of history in television, a little bit of history in radio, right up my alley. But with me today is Mr. Ed Hooper, Jackson County, with the Jackson County School Systems. Ed is actually Public Relations Officer. Ed, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good. I appreciate the compliment, saying you think I'm a cool person.
I do think you're a cool person. I've talked to you a number of times. Thanks for making some time to come in here. I know you're super busy.
I appreciate it. No, I'm glad to be here. Public
Relations Officer.
Yeah.
You're on the front line.
I am. It's a great job. Been here 11 months now, and it's flowing by. The school year goes by very fast. I see why educators say that. As parents, we say that, but as educators and people in education, it's like, oh, that went really fast. Okay, it's May now. Okay, yeah. And now we're halfway through June, and school's rearing its head there in August. Then we're looking down the barrel at it.
You have 6-7 weeks.
Yeah,
from this point,
I need to I got a little vacation plan so I can make sure I remember to take a couple of days away. So
as you should, man,
yeah.
As you should. I'm curious, and actually, I'm afraid to ask this question. What does a day in the life of a PR person for a big school system like this look like? You're attending meetings, you're shaking some hands.
Yeah.
I know it's more than that.
It's a little bit of everything. It's really great. No day kind of looks the same.
That's got to be good.
It is good. I like to start my day in the office in the mornings, check the email, check in with the boss, and then there's different events. We're very active within the community, making bonds with businesses and members of the community. So being at chamber events, and then being out in the schools. You can't really highlight what the schools are doing if you're not there. So our PR team does a really good job of getting out in the schools and taking pictures and videos and highlighting the amazing accomplishments that our students are doing, our educators are accomplishing on a daily basis. So our office manages all the websites, all the social media, all the strategic communication that we do with press releases. And then a big thing that I value in PR is the internal aspect of our communications. How can we better communicate internally with our employees and let them feel that they are valued, that they are seeing the transparency that we can provide from the district office. So that's a really big aspect for us, and work really hard on making sure all of our employees feel valued and know what's going on.
I never thought about that. You put almost as much time internally,
as
absolutely. Out in the public.
Yeah.
I never even thought of that.
Yeah, it's really important, right? We talk about recruiting.
It's team building.
It's team building. We talk about recruiting good educators to teach our kids here, but we talk about retaining those educators as well.
I've heard that.
And we want to retain the top tier people that employees in our school system. And if they're not feeling valued and feeling like they know what's going on, then they might start looking other ways. So if we can keep people informed of what's going on, we've had a lot of changes in the last year here in the school system.
Yeah.
And if we can keep them informed and feel like they know what's going on, they're also great when they're out at the ballpark and people start talking in the community. If they're informed, they're able to inform the people within the community as well. So,
honestly, Ed, if they never ever see you, how can they respect you?
Yeah, exactly. We're, our leadership in our district, we're out and about, and people see it, and they know that. And the same with our leaders in our building. Principals aren't being the principals from behind a desk in an office. They're out in their buildings. They're at their events. And so I think it's really important as leadership positions to be out and let people know who you are and provide that transparency and let people get to know you and your family and just show that you're there and that you care and you're trying your best to be a good leader and be good people.
I love it, man. Well, we kind of skipped over a little bit. We jumped right into it. Tell me a little bit about the man. You have a little bit of a television background, radio background.
I do, a little newspaper too.
How did you get to this point?
So coming out of high school, I was like, I'm gonna be a fireman or I'm gonna be a ESPN anchor. That was my.
I hear you.
Those were my two things.
Very similar to what I was thinking.
Yeah, and so
it didn't work out for me at all.
I graduated high school when college rolled around. I was only 17.
Right.
I started college at 17. Grew up in Southern California, and so I made a grade in Georgia that everybody else my age didn't make. So, normally you're 18 when you start college.
Oh, yeah. 18,
I was
even
17.
19, yeah.
And so my parents were like, hey, do 2 years of college, then do what you want. So I went to Gainesville State, got into journalism, went to Valdosta State, and got into media down there, radio in the mornings on a news talk show, student newspaper, turned into the full-time job at the Valdosta Daily Times and morning radio.
Nice.
Got my TV degree. And then 2014, I joined the fire service in Cobb County. Said, all right, well, I'm going to go chase that dream. A driver, paramedic. My last year after COVID, we were getting pretty tired. Had some personal stuff that I wanted to spend more time with the children.
Sure.
Went to the office to do PR and marketing and digital content creation, and I was like, I'm having a blast doing this again.
You found it.
I can't drive from Maysville to Marietta every day. I'm gonna find something close to home.
Nice.
And I'm here in Jackson County, and I love it. It's been amazing.
How long you been in Maysville?
I've been in Maysville a year.
Okay.
So I lived Winder before that, and moved to Maysville last summer.
I'm with you. And not to get too personal, but you have a growing family, sir.
We do, yeah.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that, by the way.
I appreciate that. We're I think 88 days away from.
You're counting.
So well, it's dual side. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. The same day the Bills kick off their seasons, the day our daughter's gonna be born.
You're not supposed to admit that.
It's a big day.
Not on air. You're not
No,
supposed to.
my wife very well
She's
knows.
good with it
I'm
by
counting
now.
down to both. I've planned this thing out. So, baby be born in the afternoon. Bills play that night, and it'll be a good day for
So
me.
we're gonna have what'd you say, baby girl?
Baby girl.
We're gonna have a baby girl born that afternoon, that morning.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have a Bills victory. Who are they playing?
We're at the New York Jets. It's September 11th.
You're gonna have a Bills blowout that evening.
I mean, if we blow out Aaron Rodgers in his first game, I'd be all right with that.
Yeah, he'll be lost.
Yeah, it'd be all right.
He'll be lost.
But it'd be a good day. I'm very, very much looking forward to September 11th and adding the addition to our big family.
That's gonna be a good day, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited for you.
I appreciate that.
Very cool. Very good. All right, back to business. You've got not just one, but two schools coming online over the next 14 months.
Yes.
By August of next year, the second school will open up.
Yes.
But now Legacy Knoll is the first one?
Legacy Knoll Middle School is the first one.
That's this summer.
This is August.
How are you going to do that, man? It's open.
Yeah, it's so we're actually having a community ribbon cutting event for Legacy Knoll on the 29th of July at 10 a.m.
Write that down, Mike. My producer on the other side of the studio, sorry.
And that's going to be a great event. We're going to cut the ribbon. People will be able to walk through the building and look at it. There'll be guided tours where if you want a little more history about the building, why things are the way they are.
Nice.
We'll have business vendors there. We are doing it at 10 in the morning because it's hot in July.
Yeah,
so
man.
we're going to try to beat that heat a little bit.
As you should.
I guess when they cut the ribbon at Jackson County High School, someone did pass out. So we want to
Really?
make sure that we're doing it early in the morning to
That's not funny, but that's funny.
And so we'll have the band there and, to national anthem, and we'll cut that ribbon, and it's going to be a great event. But, August 1st is the open house where kids go in and meet their teachers.
Right.
And we don't.
It's back to business.
Right. And we want that to be about that day. So to have a community ribbon cutting that day is going to be tremendous. The school is beautiful. I've been in it multiple times. It is unbelievable when you see what a middle school looks like and how it's going to house, almost 700 students this fall.
That's all.
Very, very much needed with West Middle being where it was last year.
Technically, well, I know the others, the school it's feeding from has been overcrowded now for a few years.
Yeah, West Jackson Middle School had over 1,500 kids last year.
Wow.
They'll be in the 900s, 900s, and Legacy will be in the high 6s, low 7s. So it's going to be a great split, and really. And the other aspect of Legacy Knoll opening, it just provides more opportunities for our students.
Right.
We have some sports that are going to be combined, like football, but basketball and volleyball and sports like that are going to have two teams and one for each middle school. So that just provides more opportunities for our students to get involved, and then they all feed back into the same high school, in Jackson County High School. So just more kids getting experience, which is ultimately going to help us at the high school level in athletics and band and arts and everything like that.
How was that named Legacy Knoll? Is there a name?
So I asked that same question when I got here. So Legacy Knoll Road is the road that is beside the high school, in between the high school and Legacy Knoll.
Right.
To my understanding, the seniors of Jackson County High School, when they moved in the building, named that road Legacy Knoll. And so they named the middle school Legacy Knoll Middle because it's the road right there.
Because now the second school coming online next year.
Yes.
That's got a very special name, too.
That's a very special name. And, Heroes Elementary School. If you look at our 6 elementary schools, 4 of them are the directionals, east, west, north, and south. And did I miss one? Yeah, I think I got them all.
East, west, north, south.
Yeah. And then
some days there's a direction in between that you and I can't even comprehend, but it happens.
I don't know. And then we've got Maysville, which is after the city of Maysville, and then Gum Springs, which is on Gum Springs Church Road. So when we were trying to name an elementary school, when the board names the school, a lot of different options were around. Heroes Elementary is unique because there's not a school in the country, a public school, named like this, with a theme that it's going to have, which is to honor heroic careers. We just came through the pandemic, and there were people who rose to the occasion tremendously.
Oh, big time.
You've got the U.S. military, which rises to the occasion constantly, our firefighters, our police officers, our medical personnel, and our teachers who were tasked with a really tough job during COVID as well of teaching virtually and then doing it virtually and in person. So we think, being able to honor and then teach about those heroic careers and those traits is really something special. And so Heroes Elementary, that's how it came to fruition.
Very cool name. Very cool name. What would you say the future of Jackson County school system is? A bunch more schools?
I think, the data doesn't lie that people are moving here.
They are.
And
by the way, it's the fastest growing county in the state of Georgia.
Fastest growing county. We
improving it every day.
And we're getting so much better.
That's good to know. That's awesome.
As an organization, we have 1,300 plus employees in this organization, and that's from school nutrition to bus drivers to teachers to the superintendent. And so we're getting better. Our students that are here and that are moving here are incredibly talented students. We had an art show last year, and there were like 400 pieces of art there, and I was like, I couldn't even draw a stick figure to make this show and what these kids are producing.
Right.
And so the data's there. People are moving here. We're growing very fast. I think our enrollment for August right now is already over 10,400. Mm-hmm. We're growing fast, and so we want to keep kids out of mobile classrooms. The future is there's going to be opportunities to build new schools and to continue to provide that great education we give in those schools that aren't 4,000 student high schools.
I graduated from high school, I think.
So did I. And I had a great time, but I think, we have a mission here in Jackson County. We want to keep high schools at a certain level, middle schools and elementary schools at a certain level, and keep kids out of mobile classrooms. We have an opportunity to do that, and I think that's definitely our mission, I think.
So what about the upcoming, other than a new school coming online, do you foresee changes? What are some of the changes coming up over the next school year?
Well, for one, we have five new principals next year. That includes Legacy Knoll Middle School.
Wow.
And so Dr. Miriam Ledford-Lyle was our principal at Legacy Knoll Middle School. She was brought on before Christmas, or she was announced before Christmas, and she's been all spring semester working with West Jackson Middle School and getting those schools split. So she was an assistant principal at Social Circle. So she just got her doctorate, so now we can call her Dr. Ledford-Lyle, which is awesome. And then we have new principal at Jackson County High School, Melissa Gillespie. Former principal Jason Wester was promoted to assistant superintendent. So he's at the district office with us now, and Miss Gillespie was an assistant principal. Lisa Ellis was the principal at Gum Springs. She's now the director of elementary education. So Joshua Todd is our new principal at Gum Springs.
Nice. Promoting from within.
Promoting from within.
I love that. Continuity, man.
Yeah, Jonathan Harris is our outside person. But he's also kind of internal. He is coming to us from Madison County. He's going to East Jackson Middle School. Miss Johnson, Kim Johnson's retiring after 33 years in education, and well-deserved retirement.
Yeah.
Mr. Harris was a teacher at East Jackson High School for 6 years. His wife works in our system, so he's coming home. His kids go to school here.
Nice.
They go on the east side, across the street at East Elementary. So he's coming home to us. So we like to think he's an internal hire.
He is.
And then Amy Adams is going to be the new principal of South Jackson. Amy has been at Gum Springs, and she's going to South Jackson. Miss Risa Brookster is retiring. She spent 29 years in our school system. 26 have been at South Jackson.
Wow.
And so she's been as a teacher, an assistant principal, and a principal at South Jackson, and she's retiring.
So she's raised 2-3 generations of Jackson County kids.
It's pretty Pretty insane.
Wow.
Pretty wild. She's got parents in her building
awesome.
who she taught.
Yeah.
And so we're excited for them to go to retirement and to have some rest. I was just talking to Miss Brookshire, and I was like, "What are your plans for August?" I think I'm going to go to the beach when school starts.
Absolutely.
Like, good for you.
Absolutely.
And so those two that are retiring are very much helping those who are coming in. Helping Ms. Adams and helping Mr. Harris get set up. And so that's big. And then we have some new technology coming next year that's going to help us be more efficient. It's going to help with that transparency with our parents. So we have all of our buses next year going to have GPS on them.
Really?
And there's an app called Here Comes the Bus that we're going to be rolling out next year.
Nice.
Parents will be able to download it, and they'll see exactly where their bus is at, how many stops away are they,
Nice.
what time my kid's going to get home, what time they're going to get picked up to go to school. So some huge technology that's going to come to help our families and help our school system and to track, where these buses are. If there's an accident, we can reroute that bus through the app. The parents can see that, hey, we're going around this accident that shut down, this road or that road.
Right.
Some really cool things coming forward
I like that.
that are going to help our families and make us more efficient as an organization.
I really like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the big shining star, if I can say that,
Okay.
because we're sitting in it.
Yeah.
And every time I introduce the show, I do say we are coming from the beautiful Empower College and Career Center, because, Ed, it is beautiful.
It is.
I've unofficially renamed it. I take credit for that.
All right.
This campus, the Empower College and Career Center, Ed, it's amazing.
It is. For it to be, built in 1990, I think
It's a 30-year-old building.
Been redone.
You do not know it when you walk in the door.
No, it's been redone. It's tremendous. They phased out Jackson County High School and moved it to the west side, which that building's phenomenal and beautiful. And they made this a career center. As beautiful as this building is and the facilities that we have, the student center with the healthcare lab next to it and our engineering classes and our heavy machinery, the hardwood that's in there is the original hardwood floor from the old basketball arena.
Right.
Which I was like, I used to come to games here. This is the basketball gym. You're right. Oh my gosh, they made a student center out of it.
Yeah,
and I couldn't even fathom that I used to watch games in that gym.
Right.
Back in the mid 2000s. But yeah, what's better and what makes this building more beautiful to me, besides the actual physical structure, is the opportunities it affords our students.
Crazy opportunities.
Students from East High School and Jackson County High School come here during the day, 2-block intervals, and they offer 30 career technical, agricultural, educational classes here, which are CTAE classes. We have heavy machinery, healthcare. Kids come out of high school with an EMT certification and go make $20 an hour riding an ambulance. Get them great credentials to be hired in the fire service. They can come out making a lot of money in heavy machinery. There's, I think there were 5 students, 4 or 5 that got the bulldozer and excavator certification. That's a first-year program.
How do I sign up for that, man?
Listen, just go get on the simulators because they look awesome.
Just in general, it's really, really cool. But, hey, those 17, 18, 19-year-old students,
yeah,
they can go anywhere with that knowledge.
Anywhere.
And get a heck of a job.
Yeah. And what's crazy is, they do the whole program through these simulators. We got that through a grant. Right. And then at the end, when they go certified, they go out with a company and they get certified on the real stuff.
The real thing.
And it's unbelievable. And then, all the healthcare labs, and you got kids who are like, starting real IVs in high school. I didn't start IVs on people until I got to the fire academy when I was 25.
Grown man.
They're like, we need people to come, be our dummies. And I'm like, I don't really care. I've been stuck by IVs before. Come practice on me. I'll help you out, But
you're brave.
they gotta. If they don't have someone to really do it, they're not going to get better. So people volunteer.
Right.
Dr. Blackburn's been in there getting stuck. I can't tell you how many times she's probably like kids start an IV on her in the healthcare classes. But just all the opportunities that provide this building and. Obviously we can, use some of the space for office space as well as we're growing and getting people to help us get better as an organization as well. So the opportunities that are provided in this building to our students who don't go to college, who don't have to, or are going to go to a technical school.
Right.
We were at the chamber the other day and the presentation was, 2-year degrees are making more money than 4-year degrees these days.
That's been proven all of a sudden.
And it's,
well, it was like 10 grand.
It was astronomical.
10,000 a year.
Yeah.
Considerable money.
It just shows that, this building is setting these students up to go to a place like Linear Tech, which you can do dual enrollment here with Linear Tech. It
which
just
saves
shows
a ton of money.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
And so that to me is what makes this building more special than how beautiful the actual structure is.
Right. No, I'm with you. As beautiful as the outside is, the inside is even higher on the scale.
Yes.
Higher on the scale. Very impressive, sir. Very impressive. Well, Ed, before we get out of here, what do we leave out?
Man, I just think as we grow, our goal in Jackson County is continue to educate our students and provide ample opportunities for students from all over the district, and that they don't look like you have to pick A, B, and C. That we're going to give you multiple options all the way down. If you want to go in this pathway, or you want to do this, or you want to do that in life, we're going to set you up to do that.
Nice.
And I think that's the vision of Dr. Brown. That's the vision of our board. And I think we have really great educators here, and people who are here to support them. And as we continue to grow, we're going to continue to keep the main thing, as Kirby Smart likes to say, keep the main thing, right?
That's right.
And the main thing for us is children and students and getting them educated.
Nice. I'd love to hear it. Well, Ed, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. I appreciate the offer. This was fun.
And good luck with the new youngin'.
I appreciate that.
Awesome,
We're looking
man.
forward to it.
Thank you, Ed. Ed Hooper, Jackson County School System Public Relations Officer. Good guy to hang out with. I'm Tom Sheldon. We'll talk to you soon.